shelter here. This one's called the Fontana Hilton shelter because supposedly it's so nice. Just over there is the lake. Dam's over there. Can't see much though. Hey, look, Fontana Hilton. That would be nice to stay in. A power-up station. Fresh water. Hey, great views, but not today. It's official now. Oh boy. Welcome to the Smokies. It's got a nice clear day today. Oh yeah, big change from yesterday. Way over there I think is Fontana Village, where I came from this morning, and then kind of went all the way around over there, up, well, coming through here. Now I gotta go up there. There's a fire tower. It's quite a climb, but the view's gonna be pretty great, even better than up here. Here's a 360 view of Great Smoky Mountain National Park up at a fire tower. What a day. What a day. Great. At least I got a fire. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Rock, Flag, and Hike, brought to you by your host, Just Sean. Yes, that is my trail name. Well, it's my first full day in the Smokies, and I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of these views. It is just incredible. Down there is Fontana Dam Village. We're looking about southwest, way off in the distance. I don't know if you can see it on here, but there is the shelter that I stayed at last night. That was interesting. There are a lot of creatures out here. Had my first major encounter with mice. One crawled onto my food bag, and I backhanded it so hard it flew across the shelter. That little fucker deserved it. There's also something just behind the shelter making some very strange noises. I went out this morning to try to figure out what the hell it was, and there are no footprints. So I don't know. It's interesting. I kind of found myself thinking about, my fight or flight senses. Nah, there were none of that. There was just annoyed as fuck that this thing kept, or whatever it was, it's probably ice falling, kept me from falling asleep. But it is a beautiful morning out here. And I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of it. We got to go up more. There might be about 6 inches of snow on the ground. This is pretty awesome. This was the rain that I was walking through the other day on this, up in the mountains. It turned into snow. So cool. Hiking on the AT in the winter. Let me show you something about these privies. These are all composting privies, and they're really nice, especially in the winter, because everything's frozen, but all the poo goes down there, and your toilet paper, and then they shovel it out, and it's, decomposes and stuff like that. Well, these ones in in the Smokies, they're something else. So you go inside, they look like, this is a new one. And then, oh hey, I'm an architect, so I recognize some ADA accessible, handicap accessible features. You have this nice bar here. You have bars on the side, reinforced in the wood, and you have bars all around. Now, some people might think, well, that's kind of a waste. Nobody in a wheelchair is going to be up here. Well, after hiking 25 miles a day and then the next morning getting up off that toilet seat, you're glad you got bars all the way around. Just a nice feature I thought I'd point out. Check out the marks in the snow here. I think it's from a mole that comes up out of the ground and still has a couple inches of snow to work through. It's cool. So is this hike. Oh yeah. Klingman's Dome. The highest point on the AT. And it's all mine. Nobody else here. You might say it's all downhill from here. I tell you what, that was the hardest climb of the day today. Nothing but breaking paths through snow. Not a single soul out here. Pros and cons of winter hiking the AT. Still loving it. How's my close-up? Ready to go? Maybe I need to shake it off a little bit. Okay, now we're ready. I don't think I mentioned yesterday, topping Klingman's Dome is exactly 200 miles on the AT. So I'm pretty excited about hitting that mile marker. I think these first 2 weeks, I'll have to see how the rest of the couple days go. Hitting my mileage for the most part. Could be a little bit more, but you know, I kind of figure these first 2 weeks before February is kind of my buffer zone. I think my only regret right now is that I didn't start earlier. I wish maybe even a week earlier would have been nice. Could have even started out slower. But I'm certainly glad that I didn't start February 1st like my original plan. But hey, it's the way it goes. That's the trail. Just had my first trail magic at Newfound Gap. Pretty cool, nice family. And I'm a terrible person for forgetting names, but they're planning on hiking the AT starting in March. And their daughter has her own little YouTube channel. Dang, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm gonna have to follow that, because I think watching a young person hike the AT would give a whole new perspective. It'd be really interesting to watch. But overall, just really nice to have a little trail magic. I haven't really spoke to many people in the past couple days. We had good conversation. And yeah, I hope the best of luck to their journey. But as for me, I think 15 miles to the shelter. I might push 23. We'll see. I'm feeling much better today. And really depends on the elevation change. All right, let's get hiking. Finally stopped for a late lunch day, about 3 o'clock. It's been pretty nice today. Check out the view. Yeah. I almost forget that I'm in the Smokies. Reminds me of being out west. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, but isn't that cool how the clouds have pooled over there and it looks like they're about to spill down into the valley. Mornings in the Smokies. Best time on the trail. Still tons of snow. God damn. 4 days I'm gonna be out here. 3.5 of them have been just going through the snow, and this is the deepest snow. I almost forgot the majority of the trail isn't actually covered in snow. Beautiful views though. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first bear print. Oh, it's not that big. It's just like brown bears out here. I think it is anyways. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Glad I haven't seen any so far, but they're out here somewhere. I think Mount Camier Fire Lookout. Very cool looking, comfortable. I think I can get in. Yeah, check it out. Let's get a tour around the Fire Lookout Tower. That's facing the way I came. Can't really see much because of the clouds. Actually, can't see much anyways because of all the clouds. And then I think I'm going off down there, somewhere a little bit further up, maybe over there. I'm gonna stay at a hostel tonight, take a shower, go to bed. See, I think that's Tennessee, and back the other way is Georgia. But just about out of the Smokies. That was an intense journey. Ready for more. Well, just like that, I am exiting the Smokies. That was one hell of an adventure. On my way to Hot Springs. I'll get there tomorrow. Be able to watch the Super Bowl. Excited about that. Should be a good game. Also need to unfuck some of my equipment, especially my poles. Need to replace the lower shafts on them at least, if not get a new pair. It's a shame because I really enjoy the cork, how worn the cork handles are. But, you know, these tips, one doesn't even have a tip anymore. So last night I stayed at Standing Bear Farms Hostel. It was a good time. That place is really a treasure on the AT. They said that the third oldest hostel, and that place is worn with through hiker love. Beds are, and the cabin, yeah, rustic as shit. Beds are probably from the 60s, if not earlier, but you know, it is what it is. And if you can't handle that, then I think you might need to reevaluate your standards when you're trying to through hike. I didn't take any video there because I think it's kind of obtrusive and don't want to spoil the, you know, the surprise when you get there. I wouldn't use it as a major resupply, but if you're just getting out of the Smokies, use that as a light resupply to get your shit to Hot Springs, and you're golden. So yeah, Standing Bear Hostel, love it, do it. I didn't realize it, but I'm gonna walk through Max Patch today. Not the best time, but hey, it's not gonna spoil anything for you future AT through hikers. It's another reason to come back, I guess. Here we are, Max Patch. I can see how it's really cool to be up here on a clear day. Right now it's blowing like a mofo. Ooh. Ah. home for the night. Oh, there's a tarp on it. Oh, it's a little run down. I wonder if anybody's inside. Hello? Nope. Cool. Down here, it feels almost like spring. A couple 100 feet up there, though, it's like winter. Well, it is winter, technically. It's interesting how a couple 100 feet can change the environment. What is this, a privy for ants? God. Well, that about wraps it up for episode 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're still excited, because I'm super excited for the next week. Heading into Hot Springs, I think I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for episode 3. A little bit on the more creative side, so we'll see what happens. Until then, keep on blazing.